5 more F&M candidates ratified. A PLP MP calls for answers concerning body cams, and a young Bahamian entrepreneur launches an innovative farming system. Good evening, everyone. I'm Leah Cooper with your JCN News for this Friday, February 26. 2 incumbents and 3 new candidates ratified for the Free National Movement to contest in the next general elections. One of the 2 incumbents include former Health Minister Dr. Jcn Sands, who resigned as the minister in May 2019 after taking responsibility for a breach of travel protocols of residents coming in who were also bringing in COVID-19 supplies. Since then, he has sat on the backbench of Parliament and has been vocal, particularly as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic and the extension of emergency orders. He's also been critical of other matters debated in Parliament. Joining Dr. Sands in being ratified last night were incumbent Carlton Bowleg for North Andros and the Berry Islands, Minister of State for Finance Senator Kwesi Thompson for East Grand Bahama, Courtney Kalibli for Centerville, a seat currently held by former F&M and now independent MP Reese Chipman, and Vandia Stewart, who was ratified for Central and South Abaco. These candidates joined 25 other candidates recently ratified. The party says its newly ratified candidates will continue the F&M's work to generate a more diverse economy and create new jobs while delivering world-class education for the next generation of Bahamians. The Ministry of Health yesterday advised that during the period of January 8th to February 23rd, there was a gradual increase in the number of COVID-19 positive cases on the island of Abaco. Since the 23rd of February, there have been 48 positive COVID-19 cases. The breakdown of the COVID-19 cases and the confirmatory tests utilized in each settlement are as follows. 23 cases were confirmed on Marsh Harbor during this time frame, and 25 over in Cooperstown. 10 RT-PCR tests and 13 rapid antigen tests were taken in Marsh Harbor, and 11 RT-PCR tests are pending results. In Cooperstown, 8 RT-PCR tests and 17 rapid antigen tests were completed. The ministry says that there are currently no cases reported on Sandy Point, and 11 tests are pending. The ministry also notes that an analysis of the gradual increase in COVID-19 cases on the island of Abaco was completed, and it was discovered that a few cases of COVID-19 were found at the Murphytown Primary School in Central Abaco. 4 positive cases originated from a construction site, and 6 cases were confirmed to have originated from the Marsh Harbor Clinic. Contact tracing activities are ongoing, and as guided by these activities, the relevant staff will be placed in quarantine or isolation as required. Consequently, the Marsh Harbor Clinic has undergone deep cleaning and sanitization, and the Marsh Harbor Clinic remains open for service. A team from the surveillance unit in New Providence has been dispatched to initiate contact tracing and to determine the level of exposure to the employees of the clinic and visiting clients. In the meantime, 3 nurses have been sent as support staff to Marsh Harbor Clinic, and 2 more nurses are expected to arrive soon. As it stands, there is a sufficient number of physicians on the island to manage the COVID-19 cases. 23 cases of COVID-19 confirmed over the past 2 days. This coming from the Ministry of Health's latest COVID-19 reports. On Wednesday, February 24th, 11 cases were confirmed, 1 on New Providence, 4 on Grand Bahama, and 6 on Abaco. Yesterday, 12 cases were confirmed, 6 here in the capital and 6 on Grand Bahama. This pushes the national total to 8,519. There's currently 978 active cases of the virus in country, 15 of which are hospitalized. 13 are considered moderately ill, and 2 are in the intensive care unit at this time. 30 cases recovered yesterday, pushing the total to 7,309. The death toll stands at 179. To date, 67,841 tests were completed. Opposition spokesman on national security, Glennis Hannah Martin, calling on the Commissioner of Police to confirm if body cams are in common use by the police force in accordance with declared policy by the Minister of National Security, specifically by the officers involved in the latest 2 fatal shootings here in the capital. This past Tuesday evening, police observed a vehicle that sped through one of the police checkpoints on Wolf Road and East Street. Officers then engaged that vehicle, beckoning it to stop. After the vehicle came to a stop, we're told that the driver exited the vehicle with a weapon in his hand. Officers then pulled out their service weapon and fatally wounded the driver. Now, asked if the victim shot at the police, Assistant Commissioner of Police Solomon Cash says he was unable to confirm at the time, as they were still in the early stages of their investigation.
We further call upon the Minister of National Security to publicly disclose the policies, protocols, and rules governing the use of body cameras and the procedures for the independent scrutiny of footage emanating from the cameras. These questions are critical to our thriving democratic society and in the public interest, and in the interest of the Royal Bahamas Police Force for the avoidance of the growing cynicism, controversy, and doubt. I call upon the Commissioner and the Minister to now act.
In August last year, the police force officially launched the use of body-worn cameras for its first responders and frontline officers. 200 officers of the mobile unit were outfitted with the devices, which are a part of a kit that includes dashboard cameras. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.